Imagine he does his first steps. Walking. You can do your first steps. Woo! This is Rocco's room, one of our favorite rooms in the house. The original fireplace was something that was really important that we kept because we just love the character. It just cannot be replicated. So we made this the centerpiece of the home, and the color is Bear's Ocean Swell, and it just adds a playful but still kind of like romantic touch to a boy's room, and I really feel like it'll grow with him. We went with a kind of like antique sports theme in Rocco's room. I didn't want it to feel too themey, but that's why going with like vintage and antique items made it feel special for him, but not too cheesy. So this is another quilt that I actually found on Etsy, and Rocco was obsessed with every sport. So to be honest, I gave him this quilt a little bit early before we moved in, and he's obsessed with it. It's just so beautiful and chic and the perfect finishing touch for his crib. These basketballs, I had to search far and wide, from Value Village to Facebook Marketplace to asking friends if they had any old basketballs, but I am in love with the way that this looks now, and it's a really, really cool feature. We have some wood sconces on either side of his crib, and we're actually gonna transition to a big boy bed soon, so I can't wait to show you what that looks like. Over here is my grandmother's chest. So I found this in my sister's barn, and it was kind of falling apart. The leg was broken, and I saw it and I was like, this would be perfect for Rocco's room and all of his toys. So I'm really, really happy that I found this piece, and it is very meaningful for us. Anyone who has young kids knows how important blackout blinds are. So I wanted to have a blackout Roman blind that didn't look like too, I don't know, like commercially. So this is so beautiful. It's a striped linen blackout blind, and it actually makes the space very, very dark. So I'm really happy with the way that these turned out. And as I mentioned in the last episode, we kept some of the radiators in the home. So we have refinished them and repurposed them into whatever room I thought was the best fit for each size of radiator. And these are just so beautiful. The intricate detailing and radiator heating just really gives off efficient heat, and it's more economical, and I just love the look of them. The paint color that we use is actually the same as the wall because we didn't want it to stand out too much, but it is Bear Ocean Swell, and we just actually did a heat resistant, I think it's an oil-based paint on the radiators. I found these tennis rackets at Value Village, and I saw them on eBay for like $100 and something, but I found them for $7.99. So if you are in Canada, check out Value Village. Same thing with all the vintage sports paraphernalia. So we've got the football, the glove, the baseball. Rocco's obsessed with every single sport. And I'm going to eventually do custom closets, but for the meantime, I really wanted to keep the wood look in the space, and I decided to purchase some wood wardrobes, and this one is so beautiful. It hides all of his toys, all of his clothes. It's very, very organized. The moving genie actually helped us unpack and organize the whole house, and they did an incredible job, so I'm very grateful for them. And I will show you Romy's room. We are in Rome's room, and this space, we didn't really know what to do. This was one of the last rooms that we designed, and it is one of my favorites for sure. We decided to use 3 different paint colors in the space. We did studio white on the walls, we did chocolate swirl on the trim and on the ceiling, and we did a blue stripe, which is poppy seed. They're all by Bear, and it turned out to be so cool and unique. I've never seen a space like this. It was just a really cool way to bring in different color and character without, breaking the bank. You may have seen this wardrobe in my garage in one of my previous episodes. This was a really cool wardrobe that I found for Roman's room. The style is arts and crafts, and I just love this top crown detail. It is so beautiful, and stores all of his toys. So all of the trim in this room, we actually did in a high gloss, and this again is bare chocolate swirl. But we continued the door frame and molding all the way up to the top, and it kind of creates a style, like a two-door style. It is just so cool. It was like the most exciting things for me to see this room come to life, and the paint just made the room complete. We are in the boys' bathroom, and though it is not finished, we are still moving in tonight. We are living in the space as is. There's a delay on our quartz countertop, so we will be brushing our teeth and washing our faces in the bathtub, but it is starting to look so beautiful, and the finishes have really come together. I am in love with the micro cement finish on the walls and the ceiling. It is waterproof, and it just adds a really warm, beautiful texture to the space. The surround of the tub, we were really playing between doing a plain white quartz and doing this porcelain slab on the surround, and I'm really happy that we went with the porcelain because it just adds a lot of depth and character to the area. These custom curtains they're just so gorgeous. They just add such a unique feature to the space, and it is really hard to bathe kids when there's glass in the way, and this was just a really, really nice feature to soften the bathtub area. If you look at the vanity as well, I really love the blue color that we used. I don't typically use that much color in my designs, but because this is the boys' bathroom, I wanted it to kind of reflect their style, but also grow as they grow. So I think that the blue that we used is, it's just still very traditional, nothing too crazy, but it adds a little bit of fun to the space. The schoolhouse pendants are also very, very fun. I love the shape of them, and they add a little bit of a boyish charm to the space. And the mirrors, we are still waiting on them. I'm thinking of doing something antique. I typically don't wait to put in finishes like this, but because it is my own home, I really want to take my time and add finishing touches that are really meaningful to me. So I'm excited to see what we come up with for the mirrors, but we haven't sourced them just yet. Something that we typically don't feature in a space is a toilet. We do have it hidden behind the bath shower, but I did want to mention the toilet I'm just in love with it. It's so minimalistic and kind of looks like space agey, and I just love that it's very, very streamlined, and you actually have to close the lid to flush the toilet. It's American standard, and yeah, it's just, if toilets can be pretty, this is a pretty toilet. All of the finishes in the bathroom are American standard, and they're polished chrome. I did want the space to feel very traditional. We have a shaker on the vanity, but I think the polished chrome just adds an extra contemporary edge. This hallway, surprisingly, is a really, really important feature in the space and home. We extended the hallway to make it feel more grand, I think by about a foot. We have used the original antique doors and hardware because I did want to tie in the main floor paneling on the walls, which is like almost 100 years old. It's so beautiful. But I wanted to find a door that had glass to bring in all the light from the laundry room. So I actually found this door on Facebook Marketplace, and it matched perfectly with the other doors. So I'm really happy with that feature, and the sconces are coming in the next week or two. They're gonna be really, really pretty. And I just love the crown molding in the space. I just love all of the really, really pretty details. We are going to move in to the office room, and that's where we're sleeping. We're putting our bed in there, and we're using the boys' bathroom while we live in the space because I really wanted to take my time with the third floor. It is going to be a masterpiece. I cannot wait. I've wanted a steam shower my whole life. The tub is gonna sit right underneath a window, and we're gonna look up at the trees, and it's just going to be so gorgeous. The touches that we have incorporated in the design are incredible, and I cannot wait to show you. But for now, the floors are unfinished. The drywall's done at least, but it's not painted, and we're waiting for the stone to be fabricated. That's the first step. And then railings will go in, everything can be finished. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, things start progressing up there. Can't wait to show you. We are in the dining room right now, and the fireplace is kind of a feature that was a surprise. We were not planning on doing it. It originally had brick and a wood mantle, and we wanted to refinish the mantle, and when we removed the mantle, the entire fireplace started crumbling down. So we came up with this incredible design that honestly, I feel like it makes the entire main floor space. It feels so beautiful and grand. It is not finished yet. We're gonna be doing a gray brick on the interior, and eventually we're gonna be doing a marble trim around the fireplace and marble on the bottom as well, but I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. Okay. Go around me. Oh, you want to stand again? You may also recognize this dining set from our last home tour video in our old home. And I'm definitely keeping the table and the chandelier, but I think I'm gonna be swapping the chairs with something wood, maybe something wicker, just to add more texture. And I'm kind of avoiding black wherever I can in this home, just because I had a lot of black in the last home and I'm kind of over it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of It's So Good to Be Home. I can't wait to show you the next episode and let you see how things start progressing. But for now, we are getting settled. We are so happy that we're finally in the house and we can sleep here. And yeah, I can't wait for you to also see Rocco's reveal video. So stay tuned for that.